Hey, it's me again. So I got a little bit ahead of I got a little bit ahead of myself there. I intend to go ahead and open a few of these. Obviously, it makes sense to do that on the stream. I don't know why I ended the stream to open these. That doesn't make any sense. The whole point of this is to unbox these, right? So let's cut a couple of these open. I am going to end this stream very soon because I want to go and connect some of this stuff, get it set up and working before I need to go to bed. But yeah, let's go ahead and rip a couple of these open, tear everything out, see what's inside, etc., etc. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. It's been a long month. I'm tired. Forgive me. Yeah, let's see what's inside of this bad boy. So this is the starter kit for the Phillips Hue. Oh, this bridge is a lot larger than I expected. So check this out. So in the pictures that I've seen online, this thing looks, I would say, approximately half the size of what it actually is in person. This is much larger than I expected. Not a problem. Doesn't matter. Don't care. It's got hooks in the back where you can hook it, you can hang it or mount it, which is kind of nice. You could probably take like a command strip hook, put it right in here, and easily hang this somewhere. But yeah, that's definitely considerably larger than I was expecting. So by comparison, this is a Logitech M705 mouse. You can see here sort of the size comparison. This thing is, almost as, the mouse is almost as wide as this is. There, this is almost as tall as the mouse, and it's definitely a good bit wider. So this is it's probably 3.5 inches or so, I'd say, by 3.5 inches, something like that. I was expecting it to be like 1.5 to 2 inches squared, if you will. So this is close to double that, if not double that. Bulbs look exactly like I expected. Pretty standard. Exactly the size I expected. I'm not surprised by anything here. So these are 800 lumens, but I've read that they are in fact a little dimmer than your standard traditional 800 lumen bulb. But they supposedly still put off a decent amount of light, so probably something equivalent to like 600 or 600, maybe 650 lumens. So there's a little booklet here which appears to be like setup instructions. There's a much thicker booklet here which appears to be all of the like the warranty info, I guess, and I'm sure that's in multiple languages. It is pretty simple. And then there's the 3 other bulbs like this in here, and that's all I see. I don't see anything else in here. It's interesting though, because I can see at the bottom of this box there's one of those magnetic strips that set off the alarms in retail stores, which makes me wonder if this was at some point marked for retail, if this was in a store somewhere marked for retail, or if they just prearrange it so that it can be sold in a retail environment. I don't see any sort of price tag on it or anything, but I ordered this directly from Amazon through Amazon Prime, and my understanding is that it came straight from Phillips. So that's a little weird to me that it has the magnetic strip in here. That's kind of strange. But I'll just turn this upright so you guys can see the inside here. You can see the other 3 bulbs in there. I don't think there's anything else in here, but I'm going to go ahead and pull one of these trays out and confirm that real quick. So it looks like there may be, so there's a little box here. It looks like there may be something in here. Maybe the, I think this may be a power cable to the bridge there, in fact. which I hadn't considered until a second ago. And it is, in fact, a power adapter of some sort, as well as... So this clips onto here, clearly. Wall plug, not really sure why that's even removable, but okay. This will plug into the bridge, of course, and then it also came with an Ethernet cable. I'm trying to see, okay, this is a Cat 5e Ethernet cable. So, a little odd to me that in 2018, where at least I would say Cat 6 is the standard, a little odd to me that it didn't come with a Cat 6 cable, at a minimum. But it came with a Cat 5e, so what are you going to do? It's okay. I mean, I have multiple Cat 6 cables lying around. Matter of fact, got an unopened one right here. Literally within arm's reach. So, I can use one of my own cables if I decide that it needs that. But it does seem strange to me, a little bit at least, that it didn't come with a Cat 6. Cat 5e has not been, considered a minimum standard for at least a couple of years now, in my opinion. I'm sure someone would disagree, but I don't see why anything less than Cat 6 should be included where there is an Ethernet cable included with something. I don't think that's unfair. They're not expensive. You can go buy these retail for, this is a 7-foot cable. I paid $5 for this. So, maybe 4 or 5. I don't remember now. It definitely was not more than 5. It definitely was not less than 4, somewhere in that range. Either way, very inexpensive. No reason to not include the Cat 6. There's really not. Throw these booklets back in here. I don't anticipate needing those. I've read that this thing is very easy to connect and set up, and I'm going to take that at face value. So, what should I open next? Let's do the Bloom, because, like I said, this is probably going to be the first bulb that I set up once I get that bridge set up and connected and so forth. Pretty stoked about this thing. So I'll probably do this and then do the Go, that bowl-shaped one with the rechargeable battery. So not a lot in this box, as you can see. Fairly empty. Got the light and some paperwork and the plug connected to the light. It looks like that's it. So we've got this little booklet here. Hue personal wireless lighting is what it says there. This looks like a simple instructional thing on how to plug it in case you didn't know how to plug in the light. And then of course the prerequisite, like warranty and other such info here. Again, multiple languages, whatever. Scan this out. And again, with the magnetic strip in the bottom right there. Look at that, clear as day. Very interesting. So, I'm not really sure how this contraption is folded up here, this cardboard container. Let's see. Looks like I'm going to have to do some cutting and or tearing here. That's a little inconvenient, but I really don't know why they need to enclose this so tightly within the box. That's interesting. I don't want to sling this light halfway across the room, so I'm just going to take the box cutter to this cardboard real quick. Hopefully not cut the cable to the light, that would be unfortunate. There we go. Alright, that is out of the way. And then, yeah, you know, not a whole lot to that. You got the light, you got the cable coming out of the back of it, connected to the power adapter, and that's all she wrote. Cool. Simple as that. I'm gonna drop all the paperwork back in here. Throw that to the side. All right. Let's open one of these Echoes, shall we? Echo Show, anyone? So a few things that this says on the front of the box here, some of the commands that you can give to this contraption. Obviously you can do video calling, and I'm not sure whether that works through a third-party service such as Skype, or whether it works through some sort of proprietary service that Amazon has. I don't know. But obviously the first command on here is Alexa, call Dad, so indicating that you can do video calling. Next command is, so it's got 7 commands on here. The next one is show the front door camera. I do in fact have a front door camera, so that might be useful if I can find a way to coordinate the existing camera I have with this. That would be neat. Play top songs, show my calendar. Now that's one I hadn't thought of yet. I use Google Calendar pretty extensively, so that would be a cool feature to be able to use, to be able to just pull my calendar up on here. Generally when I pull my calendar up on my phone, it takes several seconds because I have to navigate to the calendar app, open it up, it takes a separate, or oftentimes actually I keep it open in the background, so I have to still swipe over to find where it is, click on it, takes it several seconds at minimum to refresh. So presumably this could be a faster option than that, as well as obviously a larger screen than what I have on my phone, and having the panoramic landscape view as opposed to looking at it on my phone will be pretty nice. So that could be a really useful feature that I might use a lot, in fact. Set a timer for 3 minutes. I don't ever find myself using timers, but hey, who knows? May need that one day. Show my photos and show movies playing nearby. So just some example commands listed on the front of the box here. Can't really see the back of the box or what's on it much because it's got this plastic bag that's wrapped around it. Has a bunch of writing on the bag itself. It's got some sort of warning, about keeping the bag away from children or whatever the case, and then it has that warning repeated in what looks like 7, maybe 8 different languages. So I'm just gonna tear this open. Pull this bad boy out of here. Alright, so there is that. Now this isn't a super cheap product. It's it retails for, I don't remember if it was $220 or $230, something like that, right in that neighborhood. So I'm interested to see. I've seen these on display in stores like Best Buy or what have you, and I haven't really approached one or taken the time to play with it or what have you. So I'm interested to see if up close and personal, if this thing is of a quality that justifies the price tag. If it feels, in terms of like weight and materials and what have you, if it feels like a product that justifies the $200 whatever dollar price tag. So we're about to find out. Sorry, there's another piece of tape here holding this little sleeve to the box. So I'm just peeling that off. There we go. Pull the sleeve off. Got a nice looking black box here with yet another piece of tape holding that shut. Should have put the box cutter away. Take this bad boy out again. And just gonna slice this open. So, looks pretty from this angle. Got a clear plastic sleeve around what appears to be most, if not all of it. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it covers the whole thing. So it's got like a sleeve that goes, that wraps around the entire console, if you will. It's interesting. This sort of looks like a very, very small, very old TV. It has a good weight to it, though. Like this thing, this probably weighs a good. I don't know. It's hard to say because it's very bottom heavy. It's got to be at least a good 4, maybe 5 pounds, I think. See if it says on the box what the weight is. Put that sleeve over here. I doubt it's going to say on here, but no. It's got a good weight to it, though. If it feels heavy for its size, so it feels like a quality product, a well-made product, You can see the plastic all the way around here. Top and bottom and sides and so forth. It's got a nice little convenient pull tab here with which we can just tear this off. So that's convenient. Just gonna rip this bad boy out of here. I'm really not sure what this blue sticker with the arrow on it is for, unless it's indicating. Oh, okay. Well, it is indicating that this is another. I didn't notice that was another piece of plastic film on there, but this is telling us that that can come off. So, take care of that. So this has 3 buttons across the top of it. It looks like a mute button with a volume down and volume up button from what I can ascertain looking at these little icons on the buttons themselves. You got the Amazon logo on the back with what appears to be a jack for a power cable, I'm guessing. I don't see any other. Yeah, there's nothing else on here. There's no other. That's got to be the power cable jack there because there's nothing else on here. There's the 3 buttons on the top. There's the camera built in here. You got the screen, the speaker across the bottom, and that's it. There's nothing else on this thing. It looks like it's got sort of a rubber grip on the bottom here, which is kind of nice. That'll keep it from, sliding. Obviously, that'll be good for sitting on my quartz countertops in the kitchen, so they won't. I'm not worried about this scratching them because of course, but that'll keep the countertops from wrecking the bottom of this thing, scratching it all up as it slides around and so forth. This grip will keep it in place and keep the countertops from damaging this from the aesthetic standpoint. Cool. I'm looking forward to getting this plugged in and connected to the Wi-Fi and putting it to use. As far as the rest of what's in the box here, we've got the power cable plug here. And we got 2 little card things in here. So this one says Amazon Echo Show, and it's got what looks like just a list of things to try, some some commands you can give it and so forth, as well as more of them on the back side of the card. And then there is this, which is essentially a small instructional booklet on how to plug it in. That's about it. Not much to that. So interestingly, unless it's under this tray that the rest of these things are just setting in, unless it's under this, there doesn't appear to be one of those thick booklets with all of the multi-language warranty info and that sort of thing. I don't see any of that in here, which is a little odd considering that seems to be a standard for most products, especially when they're on the north side of, let's say, $100. None of it. Kind of weird, but I don't mind. I mean, for me at least, that stuff usually goes just straight in the garbage anyway, so I don't miss it. Excuse me, straight in the recycling bin. They do recycle. So, yeah, I mean, I don't mind them not wasting the paper to print all of that on. Because I wasn't going to use it at all. I'm going to set the plug out here because I'm going to go and plug this thing in a few minutes. Cool. So, yeah, I mean, it's going on 11 o'clock here. I don't need to be up too much later. I do have to work in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and call it officially this time. We got to see the coolest products here, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hopefully start getting these set up tonight, finish getting them set up tomorrow, and we'll see. Maybe I'll do another video where I kind of show them in action or something to that effect. If anyone's interested, let me know. I'll be happy to do that if you want to see it. Cool. All right. Well, I'm out. Peace.